Welcome back to episode 28 of what was the Factorio Monthly Community Map and is now Bob's Angels stuff. Yeah, in the episodes I set up the hell mod for lead, and yep, it is pretty damn similar. The only thing is we get sulfur dioxide gas out, and we need oxygen gas, carbon monoxide in. This comes from carbon, if I remember rightly, and we need carbon for this one, don't we? Yeah. So, belt of carbon come up, we can get this. Oxygen gas, I imagine we probably use it for this, if I remember rightly. We'll work it out when it comes to it. Not the map. No. Hell mod doesn't close, thank you. There we go. But yeah. This, as you might notice, is a bit of a problem. When I was sitting here working it out, I actually had all this get destroyed because I couldn't get out of hell mod. So I reloaded and I put some guns down. But yes, the guys down here are becoming a problem that we need to deal with. We should have everything we need to deal with it. I also did bring up the Rubyite, so we could set up the Rubyite, we could do that in a minute. Bobmonium, I was going to connect that up as well, but I ran out of belts and I went down to... This was after I went down and refueled, and this guy is struggling to make enough for this, and so is not making any for me. So we'll have to wait for that. Let's put some fuel in. Let's put wood in, because wood is just useless to me. Well, it's not useless, but, you know. Who cares? I'm going to go in the car. Oh, hello. We're going to just trigger this attack and run away. These guys are probably the best guys to use against them. So they're nice and defended, and there's lots of them. But yeah, this base is... I mean, look, it's already launched. Look at it. It's already got all these guys again. Let's go drag these off as well, then. To the same death. But yeah, we need to deal with that base. And by deal with, I mean get rid of. It's just out of radar range, so we can't actually see quite what it's up to. But from the radar picture, I think it's got... Oh, I was thinking it had a load of... it's already starting another attack. Let's get rid of this guy. Yeah, he has got a worm. So if we can, we want to leave the worms alive. Oh yeah, these Bob's versions. Oh god, I don't think we're going to be able to leave the worm alive. He's going to die too quickly. He's going to be two in the way as well, I think. Perhaps we come in from the south. We can be far enough away that we don't hit the worm. Brilliant timing, of course. It's just turning night time. It's going to take ages. Right, I want to leave the worm because if we leave the worm, this base shouldn't rebuild because the base hasn't been destroyed, technically. The worm is still present, and it should take it a long time for that worm to cause anything else to spawn around it. So we should be pretty good from attacks for a long time from there, which is good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy this off camera, and I'll be back when that's done. So I'll see you in a moment. Right, so I've set up this thing here, and yeah, the 2 belts of input was maybe a little bit overkill. It's a waste of belts really, but we set it all up. I also noticed between episodes that, well, it's a few episodes actually, I think it's maybe an update, but I can now connect circuit wires to the silos, which means I can control these inputs. It doesn't really do much down here, but up here, right at the start, I'm only allowing... Oh, this one's full. This one should be emptier. it should only let ore come in if there's less than 10,000 ore. I think it just hasn't filtered through yet. So there's 10,000 ore in there, it will let some in. There's less than 10,000 of anything in here, but because the crushed stone is immediately ejected out, we should always have 10,000 crushed sapphire in here. Once that empties, yeah, clearly this isn't running because otherwise it would be up here. This slot can run, and then this slot can only run if there is less than 10,000 of the primary ore. That's important. Because otherwise this could fill up with slag or copper or something. Obviously slag and copper should immediately be jumping out, but if there's a problem here, this one could fill up with iron and slag and be 10,000 of that stuff in, but no iron coming out, which would not be good. Where's that happening? Down here. No, we're good. This is a bit of a problem at the minute. Our coal supply does seem to be handling the problem, but we do seem to be struggling a little bit on coal. Obviously these guys are infinite. Maybe we put a few more miners on here. Maybe the large area miners would be a good idea to put on here, because they could mine more patches each. More miners, more resources out of an infinite patch once it's depleted. Presumably these are depleted. Oh, no, they're making quite a bit a second actually, so can't be that depleted. Yeah, 50%, 40%. Shame you can't see like the yield underneath. Doesn't quite work the same with oil pumps, because oil pumps they're only ever on one oil source. So I know that's 289 because it's got 28.9 per second. That's how that works. But we'll need to set up some more coal mining, and so we'll need to, if we ever actually get to doing it, expand. And I think this is definitely going to be a good place to expand into. It's a shame we can't look at this and see if this like maybe nodes off here and we could just take this whole area, but that could be a bit much at the minute. If we cut across here, then we won't have to protect this side of anything from attacks, and we can do whatever we like here. We've got a nice big patches so we can start mining for coal and other resources. But anyway, yeah, so this is set up down here. We're making alt mode off. Yes. Yeah, it's flashing the slag symbol. But yeah, we've got nickel and lead being produced into here. We've got tin and silicon being produced into here. I have cut off the mines from these systems, but they've got a backlog of ore which they're clearly not using, so not particularly fussed about that. Even though saying that, oh look, here we go, here's the problem. Silicon has completely taken over this belt, stopping tin being made. We don't need any more silicon because we don't really use much silicon. We will have to go and sort that. This is up and running, which is good. The next thing we're going to do is down here start some metallurgy. Can we just go straight to doing that? Probably. Because we actually are struggling on iron. And since I stole like everything out of this area, it's trying to eat all the iron. We could do with actually a full belt of iron coming through rather than what we've got here. This guy is basically entirely dried up. These guys got quite a bit left to mine, but they're not producing enough for this, so I've fed this in as well, which is nicely backing up. Yeah, it's full up. Good. Don't want to run out of ammo. Certainly not a good idea. But yes, what do we do next? Interesting. I guess we need to start looking at going over here and cutting off this area, which requires we do metallurgy so we have resources to actually do that with. Okay, we throw down a couple of lights then. If you can see this area at night, these are probably unnecessary. Okay. I'll be back when I work out what I'm doing. Probably metallurgy. But I'll see you in a second. Right, so I'm over here in the sort of southeast corner. We're going to be doing metal. Oh god, what's happened? There we go. We're going to be doing metallurgy here-ish. We want this defended, so I'm going to build a wall. Well, turrets here and then across here, just to keep us a little bit safe. But yeah, at the minute I'm waiting for lots of these to craft. In fact, actually, let's go have a look at that right now because it's getting dark anyway. Through here, up here. Right, we need 11 more. Okay. Nope. That's what I've been doing at the minute, just trying to build them, going, nope, we need a thing that we don't have. Where's that built? Go get some. But okay, we've got 11 left to build, and then we're done with that, and I can explain it. So I guess I will be annoyed at the fact that it's going to be night time, but I think I'm going to speed this up. So I'll see you over by that chest in a minute when we have all the resources we need. Well, all the machines we need to do metallurgy. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we're back over here, and it's just annoying to see that I've got like an hour and 20 minutes recorded and 12 minutes of content, but nonetheless, in this chest we have all the machines we need to make these resources. So we've got iron, steel, copper, tin, silicon, lead, and nickel. Also, I only have a nickel ore here because we don't actually have the ability to make nickel normally. We have to use metallurgy for it. But these are for a whole, 12 a second of the ore, iron ore. This is also for 12 second iron ore. This is for 12 second copper ore. This would be 12 a second tin and 6 a second silicon, basically, and same here, 12 and 6. So yeah, we basically need 2 blast furnaces, 3 induction cellars, and 8 casting machines for a belt of product. These are a little bit complicated, so steel needs 2 sets of blast furnaces, as we see over here. We also need far less casting machines, so these were kind of pointless, but oh well. That's it. I mean, they got a few different little recipes they need little tweaks between. But hopefully we can just take this over and go and build it in this area. Hopefully. Whether we can fit it all in here, I doubt it. We're probably going to need to split onto this side as well, but that's not a problem. Plenty of ore coming down from there. But I'm tempted to actually just start it on this side. Nah, we'll start here. We'll start here with iron and then steel and then copper. Bring those down and then we'll have the other two. Well, saying that, we actually have these on the inside, but they're going to jump. So, no, we'll do it that way. We'll start with iron here. So let's pick all this up. I can't pick all this up because I have a lot of other crap in my inventory. So let's get rid of that. I don't need a lot of this stuff for the moment. Well, we can get rid of this stuff. Actually, get rid of this. Right, I'll meet you up there when I've, sorted my inventory out. See you in a second. Well, this is annoying. I mean, where did these guys even come from? Speaking of which, don't we have armor? Yeah, come on, make a heavy armor. This will make me last a little bit longer next time I'm fighting these idiots. But how have they... Yeah, they've come from maybe this one. That's annoying. Means you're going to have to put down some turrets to protect from that. Or, well, we'll have to do that and then we'll have to expand out and defend this area. Urgh. Right, first things first though. Into Hell mod. Iron is what we're doing first. So we need 2 blast furnaces feeding into 3 induction furnaces. Then into 8 casting machines. Oh. Must be a way to make Hell mod go away like that. So what do we need first? Blast furnaces. I want to leave at least... This area is going to be for just ore moving about. Everything's going to be south of the railway, so I want to leave probably that much space before the first induction blast furnace here. You can put them right next to each other, that's not a problem. Put a power pole in between. And then these need to feed... Oh no, that is a problem because these need to feed into 3 bigger machines. I think we can have 3 wide space between them. They're not bigger than this, they're bigger than like normal things. It'd work for these because it's basically, I'm thinking we do the same as we would do for circuits, where actually it's like this. Yeah? Only the other way around. So these 2 would be these 2, and then 3 would be the induction smelters. So let's find induction smelters. Here we go. Leave one in the middle. May as well leave a big gap. Alright, now how do we feed these? Gonna need like that, I suppose. So actually, we put them here and here. You can have this guy pick up from there and drop off there. Yeah. Manipulate the arm positions. Actually, we should yeah, just do that. There we go. So now they should be getting fed properly. Now you are going to make molten iron. All 3 of you. In fact, we could bring this all closer together, no problem. But I think would be a good idea because this is going to take up a lot of space. So if we can reduce that even a little bit, that would be good. So we're going to want the induction furnace, instead of being there, to be there. This guy will move in as well, so he'll be a 1 gap and you'll be a 1 gap. And then the blast furnace will also be a 1 gap. Yeah, that works. Then we'll have a power pole there and a power pole there. To put down our 2. Yep. Alright. No, this one's backwards. Yeah, this one's going the wrong way. So you need to pick up from there and drop there. And that's you. Yeah, there we go. Good. Right, iron ore. So you need iron ore coming in, and you need fuel coming in. How are we going to manage those two? Could do something like that for fuel. You don't need a huge amount of fuel. You're going to drop there and there. You're going to need power poles, which could be an issue. Not if we just do that, maybe. Then you three are going to make molten iron. Unfortunately, that means your outputs are all going to be at the bottom here. So we'll link them all together. Then from there, first off, let's just plug it in so it stops flashing at me. We need to bring fuel in from somewhere. We don't actually have any fuel up this way, so that could be awkward. But then we need 8 casting machines. Can we do... We want a decent sized gap. That's 8, isn't it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 7. It also doesn't line up, so it's useless. Because obviously that defines what's useless. Doesn't line up, doesn't look pretty, no use at all. So we had a 1 gap. Still doesn't line up, it does line up a little bit better if we do this. Then we need another row of these. If we move these... Oh no, that's not useful, is it? And them there is actually quite useful. So we'll have to do some sort of jiggery-pokery with the belts. So what we can do here is we can run pipe. Pipe, probably have to go to the end. And a pipe here. Easily just underground there. I won't work for this one, will it? No, we'll have to do underground like that. We can move all this down a bit. Not a problem. Give ourselves a little bit of extra room to work with. That's fine, you can spread across to that. Yeah, that's fine. Put pipes there. You have to have pipe do that. Then we'll start with the casting machines again. Just 2 and 2. Okay. Now all of these are going to make iron plates. It's good thing I made that armor then. Where the hell did they come from though? They must have come all the way from over here. So they're coming on a straight across trajectory. It is largely spitters, so maybe that is what's happening. Alright. Well, we need power for this area. We're going to need more pipes. They all have access to... Yeah, they all have access to the pipes. And then we're going to want something like this. And because all loading is now saturates the belt fully, we don't have the capacity. So you have two machines emptying out into that same space. It's no good. Yeah, we need a... Could we do something like this? This would have to go. They actually feed from the middle. Where are you? Gits. I really don't like biters. Yeah. We have, that's like this. First one can pick up from there, drop there on the right side. You can pick up from, you can drop there, pick up from there on the left side. We're lucky, we can literally just copy these two. Something looks like it. Awesome. So we have two outer ones, two inner ones. Looks good. Okay, and they're powered from that. Join them together here. There's our belt of iron. But we have no lights. Definitely want lights, per usual. These aren't connected to each other, which is a problem. Put that. Put a light on each of these. Can we get through? Yeah, we can. Light there, light there. Oh no, that's not a good place for a light. So you're going to pick up from there, you're going to pick up from there, and that is our input of iron ore. Jump under the rail. Okay, we're going to need some turrets. I need some ammo to put in these turrets. Have to do for now. Just keep these guys safe. You need that recipe. You got your recipes. All right, let's redirect this guy. That can just live for now. What I was saying, there's a backlog of ore on these machines. This one ate through it very quickly when I fixed this silicon issue. Put all the silicon in this chest and this all just disappeared very, very quickly. Lead's still good, but no tin, lead doesn't get used. You have iron ore, you have no fuel though. Let's work out how we get fuel here. I should have built these further away, shouldn't I? Should build these on this side of the rail. We'll just throw in whatever ammo we have. Live with that for now. Then we can just do the same as what we have here. Oh, but actually we need to move it down one. Yeah. Because on the next one, we'll do steel. So let's grab a blueprint of this. This is all good. We can use this for both steel and for copper. but we need to move it down one level for steel. And probably 3 gap. Back up one for copper again. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So, blast furnace. There and there. Induction furnace. So, obviously rotate these afterwards, but induction furnace. And these guys. What am I doing? We have grenades. Let's use those. Problem solved. Repair these ones are just damaged, but oh well. Casting, 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 casting. Okay. Well, this is going to be the end of this episode. In between episodes, I will finish this off so we have fully working steel, iron, steel, copper. And then from there, we will look at doing the rest. Obviously, we'll have to hook this up into our current factory, but then we'll use the current ones we have. These guys that are just off screen. We'll use these for the other types of thing eventually. But anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.